You remember when you were a kid, you sit on the porch, car go by, you say, bingo, that's my car. Now all of a sudden, you're in grade school, you meet new people, having different experiences, different encounters, learning different things from different people, not just the teachers, but the students, your peers, and not even your friends at the time, your peers. Now you're in middle school and starting to smell yourself, and you're looking at girls now. Girls are looking at guys now. It's a different world. The world is changing so fast. It seemed like just yesterday you was in grade school. Now you're in middle school. And finally you're in high school. In high school, you wanted to be a part of the group. You just want to fit in. You don't want to alienate yourself by doing something silly or being called out differently because you have your own beliefs. So you did things to fit in, to be with the people that you didn't really know or actually didn't even care about. But you did silly things just to fit in. Not knowing some of those things will have a lasting effect on the rest of your life. And now some of the decisions you made were good and some were bad. And now you're headed out of high school and perhaps you go to college. Go to college and you learn all these things. You spend the next 4 to 6 to 8 years in college preparing yourself for what we consider to be life in the world we know it. So you go out and you get a master's or a doctorate degree, just a bachelor's degree. But then you finally get into the world. And all the time you was thinking when as a kid, I can't wait to be grown. Can't nobody tell me nothing. I'm going to do what I want to do. But then now you're in the real world. And all the things that your parents were telling you, everything that they told you is starting to sink in. You used to think that your parents were wrong. Your dad was crazy. Mom didn't know what she was talking about. You didn't listen to the experiences that they were trying to give you. Now it's your turn. This is before you even get kids. You're just finding your way. You're trying to network. I guess that's what it is. You're trying to network so you can put yourself in a position you feel comfortable in. You still searching for that place where you just fit in, the group of people that you can call family, not just the ones that have the same blood, but you just want to fit in. Now you're working for a company or a job. You done spent all this time and all this money learning a craft or a trade. And in some instances, you don't even like what you went to school for, or you can't even get a job that you went to school for. So you end up working for a company that you don't even like. That's not what I want to talk about. We all want to fit in. We all want to be accepted. We all want to think that our way is the right way. They make these little how you do this books. They're all over in Barnes and Noble. The best way to raise a teenager, the best way to paint a wall, the best way to screw in the light bulb, all these things. But that's their way. Just because it's in that book doesn't mean it works for your situation. Life is nothing but experiences. That's it. When you get an experience, you, me, anyone, we should share those experiences to make the next person's life easier. And we're not doing that. Either we are doing it and they're not listening, or we're just not doing it because we're tired, we're fed up, tired of being called crazy. You're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. You're the bad guy. You can only take so many bad words to that balloon pop and you just say, you know what? I don't have the energy to deal with none of this anymore. You basically want to give up. But the human body, we're not programmed. We're not designed to give up. The body is actually made to heal itself. That's another conversation. Anyway, searching for acceptance, man. We just try to search for acceptance. So we get into these groups and we start talking to these people that we think are like-minded or similar, or they have things that we think we need. And then slowly, as we get to know these people, we realize that they're not the same as the path. They're not on the same path that we're on. If we're at a fork in the road, you definitely know that you want to go left, but they're trying to persuade you to go right. For example, especially in the teenage years, a lot of teenage kids want to experiment with drugs. You know, drugs are not healthy, but that's when you're at that fork in that road and you say, in order for me to fit in, I gotta try these drugs just so I can be considered cool. In order for me to fit in, I gotta disrespect my parents just to fit in. In order for me to fit in, I gotta steal, I gotta rob, I gotta fight, I gotta do all these things just to fit in with a group of people that won't even be there when you really, really need them. Then you start thinking about all the information that was beat into you as a kid when your mom was saying these things are going to happen, when dad said, listen, don't always depend on working for someone else. All those things come into play when they try to tell you how to budget money, how to use credit. And now you're looking at your finances and your finances aren't adding up. The credit and isn't adding up. And so now you can't get a car, you can't get a home loan because you didn't do the things that were told to you when you were smaller because you thought you knew everything. Honestly, the only thing you knew was you wanted to fit in with a group of people that don't give a care about you. We have got to not worry about what other people think. A lot of people say, I don't care what they think. I don't care what them people be saying. If you don't care what they say, why do you buy the clothes that they wear? Why do you get the car that they like? Why do you cut your hair or wear your hair in certain ways or get dressed and hit the club just to be seen just because that's what they do? If you're not that type of person, why do you do what they do? Do what you want to do. It's cliche to say, listen, you only live one life, right? If you look back now, when you was 18, you was like, man, I'm free. I'm going to do everything I want to do. Now you're in your 30s. It ain't that simple anymore. Your body is almost breaking down because you was smoking weed and doing drugs and drinking alcohol when you were younger. And you realize now that wasn't the right thing to do. It's taking a toll on you. You're having lung and chest and bronchitis. You're having all these different problems. Some guys, it's losing my hair, and it's not hereditary. It's because of the drugs that we took when we were kids, and we're getting bumps and lumps all on our bodies. And women are getting cancer, and a lot of women and guys are having babies at early ages because they want to grow up so fast just to fit in. We got to stop wanting to fit in. We got to start being individuals. There are a group of people, no matter where you go, they're going to always be here. You don't have to fit in with those group of people. If you stay on the path that you are supposed to be on, the people that are like-minded will find you. You don't have to go here. You don't have to go right. Stay straight. The right people will definitely find you. And in some cases, you'll get some of those people to transform their train of thought to do what is considered the right thing. Now, don't get it confused. My right thing and your right thing may not be the same. But if we have a common goal, we can use each other to reach our common goal. And that's what we need. A lot of people don't call each other family anymore. Matter of fact, we won't even pick up the phone and call our own family because something happened when we was like 20s. Now we're damn near 50 and we still mad at the family member because they didn't come to a funeral or they didn't show up at a barbecue or something, or they hung up the phone, any little stupid little thing. You only get one life. Stop walking around holding all that anger inside. It's so easy to do, to just hold that anger and be upset with people. If you're going to do that with this particular person, just cut the person off. What they say, sometimes you got to cut off a limb to save the rest of the body. If that's how you feel about that person, cut off the hand to save the arm. It's what you do with cancer. We have got to stop wanting to fit in. We have got to stop doing what other people say or think that we should do to fit in. Social media is the biggest problem that we have. We make posts and do videos about things that we really don't care about just for acceptance, just so we can be broadcasted like the news or something. That ain't the way to do it. If you want someone's attention, pick up the phone and call them and talk to them. Talk to them in a tone that's acceptable. When you are angry, nobody can hear you. If you yelling and they're yelling, they can't hear you. So when you texting them, they just waiting for the response. No, it's okay. If they want to yell or vent, let them vent. Then you calm it. You use common sense and you break down the situation and you talk to them. Nobody is winning. I'm going to go back to when I said, remember when you was that kid and you were like, bingo, that's my car. Ooh, bingo, that's my car. Now you got a car. You got the car that you wanted. You got the house that you wanted, but you didn't think about the other things that come with the car. You got to have the oil changed a lot. You got to rotate the tires. You got to change the tires. You have to make sure you have gas money. You got to have car insurance. You got to pay for tags. So when you were saying bingo, did you realize those things are included? When you buy a house, you got to worry about the maintenance. You got to worry about plumbing. You got to worry about your kids when you do decide to have kids, or if you have kids, how they will be tearing up the house. And you also got to worry about having food. A lot of us, we don't consider that. All we do when we kids is say, man, I just can't wait to grow up. I won't have to listen to anybody tell me what to do. Some of us need somebody to tell us what to do because we are so lost. I mean, really, we are so lost. I used to think that being popular was the thing. I used to want to be in a group that I can say, yeah, I know such and such, and yeah, I know, and then we roll together on such and such. But I realized those people and the things they do don't have a positive effect on me. So I don't do that anymore. I'm comfortable being me. I'm comfortable talking slow. I'm comfortable not yelling when somebody calls me and curses me out. Just hang up the phone. I don't invite that energy. A lot of us invite negative energy doing small things like when you see somebody, you frown. What's wrong with smiling and saying, hi, how you doing? Are we teaching our kids to say, hi, how you doing? It's a good day today. Some people don't even know how to respond to something good now because we've been so negative for so long. What are you teaching your kids? I posted a video today where it showed a little kid. He probably 2 years old. His mom was teaching him how to take out the trash, clean the house, be the man of the house. Do you do that? Do you tell your kids how to do that? Do you instruct them on the things that they will have to know to become successful or productive citizens in society? Or do you sit at home and tell your kids, your dad ain't crap? All he do is this. Your mother, she be hanging at the club and this is such and such. Instead of breaking people down, find something positive and instill that positive in your kid. Instead of teaching your kid to go to school to get a job, to work for somebody else, instill values like, yo, you can start your own company, and realistically, you can be whatever you want to be. I seen a video of a guy saying, be passionate about something and do that. But if you're failing, but you're doing something else, be passionate about what you're doing, and then it turns over, and then it's a positive thing for you. At first, I kind of wanted to disagree with him about the passion, and then nah, because I was like, yo, what if I shovel manure? How am I supposed to be passionate about picking up dog poop and cow poop all the time? If you're passionate about it, if you like it, then it works out for you. And stop living above our means. Man, we live above our means to make other people look at us like we're successful. We shouldn't worry about how they think our success is. We should be concerned with our success, our health. Tell me, do you walk around the block just to get exercise, just to get air? Why do you have believe it or not, I really don't understand this. Why do you pay a membership to a gym when all the exercise you have available in the gym is right outdoors? You can walk around, you can run around, you can do pull-ups on the jungle gym, you can do push-ups in your own home. All this stuff you can do in your own home, but you pay to go to a gym. I know the reason why, but I'm not saying it. Listen, it's all about growth. You're going to grow from that child, from being in elementary school, from that's my car, to the person driving the car. And you're going to be somebody's role model. Somebody's always going to be watching you, even when you don't think they are. So if you're doing what you think is right, they will do what they think is right. But if you think doing something bad, calling somebody out of their name, especially guys doing it to women. As a matter of fact, women call other women out of their name and they laugh about it. That's not cool. But people are always watching you. And some people are always judging you. That's not cool either. When it's time to be judged, everybody has a judgment. If you don't judge people, you don't know what they've been through. You haven't walked their walk at all. So don't judge people. That's just my opinion on tech. That's just how I feel. Because I wouldn't want you to judge me if you don't know everything that I went through. When it comes to being adult, have more fun. At the end, when you look back over your life, when you say, man, I wish I would have, that means you didn't enjoy your life. If you see a guy that you think is attractive, if he doesn't have a ring on his finger, say something to him, ladies. Fellas, if you see a woman that's really attractive and smart and funny, say something to her. You'd be surprised of the outcome. A lot of people are single because they're quiet, not because they choose to be. Don't give me that line. You're single because you're quiet, because you're shy. You're afraid of rejection. You're afraid of failure. You won't get anywhere in life if you consistently stay in that zone where you're afraid of trying. Just try. That's what we should be telling kids. Just try to do it. Don't try. Well, I swung and I missed the baseball. Don't matter. It don't matter as long as you swung at the ball. If you standing up there and the ball go past you, you don't swing, you definitely won't get a hit. But if you swing at it, you will probably at least tip the ball as long as you took a swing, as long as you stepped up to the plate and swung at it. A lot of us just stepping up to the plate, looking at life pass us by. You're going to go from 18 to 49 so fast, it's going to be like you was sleepwalking. Wake up. Wake up.